Hey guys, how's it going? Because everyone liked my Facebook page so much, I'm going to post a late night snack for you guys. That's right, I'm going to do mozza sticks with a marinara sauce. And I'm going to do it gluten-free and low carb. And just so you know, if you want to use breadcrumbs instead of what I'm using, that'll be fine too. Might even be a little crunchier for you. So here we go, let's do this. Okay, first things first, we're going to start with the marinara sauce. And to do that, we're going to peel a couple cloves of garlic. Easiest way to peel garlic, give it a whack with the flat side of your chef's knife and it will pop right out of the skin. Then we're just going to chop it up into small pieces. Don't worry about being exact, it's all going in a food processor anyways. And then we're going to chop up some fresh basil. I grow mine right on my kitchen counter. Again, don't worry about being precise, it's going into a food processor. Next up, we have an onion. I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut the end off, opposite the roots. Peel the outer layer off, and this is the easiest, most tear-free way to chop an onion. That's right, this is the PERT Plus way to chop an onion. No tears, anytime. There you go, look at that. I just chopped an onion within like 10 seconds, tiny pieces, not a tear in sight. Chuck it in the bowl with everything else. Then we have two fresh hot-house tomatoes. These ones are grown locally where I live by a company called Denhan's. They're delicious, nice and juicy. We're going to chop off the stems with a paring knife, and then we're going to coarsely slice those too. Again, we don't need to be exact because they're going into a food processor with everything else. We just want to get them nice and small in pieces. Now we're ready to throw everything into a food processor. That's right, just dump the whole bowl into the food processor. Get every last drop. Once it's in, we're going to top it off with a little sea salt. I put sea salt on everything. Desserts, main courses, appetizers, it doesn't matter. And then some fresh cracked black pepper. The aroma and spice you get from a fresh cracked black pepper is outstanding. And then a little dried oregano. The dried oregano is going to keep our puree from getting too soupy while it's blending in the food processor. That's very important. Once everything is good and pureed in that food processor, we're going to take it and we're going to add it to a pot. And then to that pot, we're going to add a couple things. The first thing, either red or white wine. I just happen to have some red wine on hand, so we're going to add that in. And then we're going to add some tomato paste. The tomato paste is going to thicken everything up for us. That's right. It's going to take our marinara sauce and make it a nice thick dip when all is said and done. Take a spatula, mix everything together, and then turn your heat to medium-high. We want to bring this to a simmer. After about 5 minutes, we're going to have a nice simmering marinara sauce. Give it a good stir a couple times, reduce your heat to low, and then put a lid on things. That's right, we're just going to set that aside, and then we're going to work on the main piece of this dish. That's right, the mozza sticks are coming up next. Okay, it's time for the main ingredient in our dish, mozzarella cheese. We're just going to take a brick of mozzarella cheese and we're going to chop it up into small rectangular pieces. You don't want to make the pieces too big because if you do, you're going to have crazy big mozza sticks. They're going to burn on the outside well before they cook in the center. So you want to make them somewhat small so that way when we batter them, they're going to cook evenly. Next, we're going to prepare the breading for our mozza sticks. To do this, we're going to take 3 eggs and crack them into a bowl. Then we're going to take a whisk and we're going to mix them together really well as if we were making scrambled eggs. This is going to be the wash that helps the breading adhere to the sticks. Once our eggs are good and mixed together, then it's time to put in the flour or the breadcrumbs. I'm using almond flour because of the particular diet that I am on, but you could use breadcrumbs, panko crumbs, any type of flour you want. Really, it doesn't matter as long as it will crisp up in the deep fryer. That's all that matters. Breadcrumbs are probably your best bet. You're just going to dip each piece of cheese in the egg, roll it in the crumbs, put it back in the egg, roll it in the crumbs again. You want to make sure that each piece of cheese is evenly coated with crumbs and that there's no openings for the cheese to leak out through. Once you've made sure that you have coated those mozza sticks in as much crumbs as possible and left no openings for the cheese to leak out through, they should look very similar to these. We're getting close to the end, folks. That's right. We have a 350-degree deep fryer here. We're going to layer our mozza sticks evenly in the basket of that deep fryer. You don't want them to stick together while they're cooking, so try to give them a little bit of space, if at all possible. And then we're just going to lower them into the deep fryer and give them about 5 minutes. After about 5 minutes, we're going to take the lid off the deep fryer, and they should be nice and golden brown, just like these ones. There shouldn't be too much cheese in the basket because we did an awesome job coating them in the breading and made sure there was no way for that cheese to possibly escape. Take them out, lay them on some paper towel, and let the fat drain off them for a minute. Alright, everything's finished. Take some of that awesome marinara sauce you made, put it in a ramekin or a bowl on the side of a plate, and then align your mozza sticks around it. Make it look nice. You eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. Here we go. Get ready. It's time to chow down. And there you have it. Golden brown mozza sticks, homemade marinara sauce. Look at that, folks. I just bit into that. Mozzarella cheese oozing out of it. Nice and hot, nice and gooey. Oh man, Italian flavor from the sauce, cheesy goodness in the stick. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Share my videos, and I'll see you next time.